right.
All right, Lily.
Let's do a funny opening and get out of here.
Do we have to do taglines for our superheroes again?
Yeah, let's try something comic related.
Yeah, tagline for our superheroes. That's a good idea. That's what we should have done last time instead of just a random one. I can make anything up.
I think we did that last time.
Oh,
Well,
I thought it was supposed to be a comic book.
Yeah,
Like from any.
it worked out. It was funny.
It was,
That's all that matters.
Brayden was like, is this supposed to be real? I'm the titty judger.
Hello and welcome to... it's hot in here. Hello and welcome to PJ and the Gang, episode 178. I am PJ, and joining me for comic book character fighting round 2 is Fizzy.
Get off of my back.
Wookie.
Dark matter matters.
Brazen.
Chew on my dark load.
And Beth.
I see you.
You can check everything we talk about out on pjandthegang.com. You can also catch us on podcastradionetwork.net, Monday nights 8 p.m., 7 Central.
Well, hello.
Hey, Sailor.
Fancy meeting you here.
Hello.
Hey.
Yo.
Hello, Fizzy?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to elaborate any further than that, huh?
Yep. What do you want?
Nope.
Had food, I got fat, I farted.
Yep.
Good talk.
I made salmon for Thanksgiving. Do you guys have salmon for Thanksgiving?
That's
No.
pretty fancy.
Is that after
Gross.
4K?
8K.
8K? Pardon me.
Did you have turkey too, or was it just salmon?
Just salmon and Brussels sprouts and salad and
Is it a good
asparagus.
red or a good white that goes with salmon? White?
Right.
we had red. I don't know. I mean, I prefer
I have
red
no
wine.
idea.
I don't really like white wine.
Even.
So did you put, with your Brussels sprouts, do you use bacon with your Brussels sprouts?
We had a vegetarian over, so we did not put bacon in it. But bacon is very
Vegetarian
good.
what?
Friend over for dinner.
So hence the salmon, or fish doesn't count?
She
I don't know the
will-
rules anymore, man.
Well, a lot of vegetarians will eat fish, but
That's
she
not
usually does not eat fish. But she gave in.
Has
for
anyone ever
salmon.
heard a good argument for that?
Fish are dumb, I guess, maybe. And you're like, well, I mean, I don't want to get a
feelings and a soul.
cow, but
It
fish.
still can feel the warmth of sun on its face.
Do you think it has something
That's
to do
correct.
with the reason for their, you know what I mean? Like, we know someone who's a vegetarian because it just for health reasons, it makes it healthier for them to eat. So do you think it maybe is just the reason they're vegetarian and that's why?
Yeah, but to me,
You know?
we were going to continue the comic book thing, but here we go.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
Okay. To me, we were going to do that.
You're eating an animal, you can't label yourself vegetarian.
A pescatarian, I think, is a person who only...
I don't recognize any structured religion.
affiliation. All right. We'll discuss it further at another time, I guess.
We'll have
It's
to-
pretty common for vegetarians to be pescatarians, actually. Just be like, I eat
just-
vegetables and fish.
So are they like by Food Jewel where they can, they just can't make, they're confused?
They're just
like it.
non-committal. People eat for like health, like
Yeah.
I try not to eat a lot of pork, but if somebody puts bacon on a burger where I said please don't put bacon on a burger, I'm not going to turn on the bacon.
Like, Right.
Not 100% committed.
I'm not taking that 5 seconds to take those strips of bacon off. I'm just gonna go right for it.
It's Monopoly bank error in your favor. So,
We need to find a vegetarian like this that can guest on the show, and we're not trying to like piss people off or start a fight, but someone that could take our jokes and still explain it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, this person is into it as well for sustainability. It's like raising cows has a lot of impact on the environment compared to growing,
Mhm.
Sure.
60 million tons of methane.
Yeah. And they eat a lot of shit, and they,
They shit a lot of shit.
all of the resources it takes to like move them around and butcher them.
Process them. Yeah.
Process them, yeah.
3 cowboys. That's all it takes. Maybe a dog.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
that's a lot of beans you got to factor in, and all the butt sex. I mean,
Oh man, they're
Call
not
it trail
all.
sex. Okay. I had no idea. I just
so anyway, we're going to continue from our last episode. With this comic book character game thing we got going on here.
Comic Con.
So I had to adjust the scoring a little bit, just because, so it made more sense. So the voting, if you were voted for, the votes. Let's say votes.
Wow.
That's too much methane, man. I gotta eat
Going
some
over
fish.
really well so far.
Fish is brain food. So the votes, first place for the voting was worth 5 points. Second place voting was worth 3 points. And third place was worth 1 point. That's the only thing I had to kind of adjust. Everything else was 1 point, so I have the scores tallied from the last episode, but do you want to do those separate or do everything all at once? Like at the
I kind of
end?
want to know. I kind of want to know where we stand going into it, and then, but then combine all the scores at the end so that it's a combination. What do you guys think?
That sounds great.
Do you want to know how many votes each person got, or you just want the scores?
Votes would be funny.
Okay. Well, we'll go in order that we went in. So Wookie is coming in at 2 points total. He got a publisher right for 1 point, and he got 1 vote for 1 point.
Oh, I got a
Because-
vote.
Because you and Lily tied for third place on the voting. So,
I got a vote. That's all I care about.
well, you and Lily tied for third place because you both didn't get votes. I'm sorry. You got a point. I'm sorry.
Was this?
That was the worst.
He's like, I got a vote. I got a
Set
vote.
up
Let me explain to
and
you.
rug yank.
I'm sorry.
That's not a vote. That's a point for not getting votes.
I was trying to do it in order, but you tied, so it didn't work out that way.
So I didn't get a vote. Oh man.
So Brazen was next. Brazen got the date and the alive deceased questions right for 2 points. He also got 3 points for votes, tied with Beth for 3 points for votes. They've both got voted twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait. Yeah. Let me pull up that vote real quick.
He
made
had
more
all
sense when
day
you're
to
looking
do
at
this.
it.
All day.
While I'm pulling that up, Fizzy was next. He got 0 votes during the whole thing, but he got the most. He got 5 points for the voting because he got voted for.
Wait.
Three-
So you're saying I
You got 0
no-
votes for the whole thing?
I got
Fizzy
no
got
point?
2 votes total. Brazen and Beth both got 1. That's why they tied for second, and each got 3 points. That's how that went. Sorry. Are we all on the page? Same page now?
Oh,
I'm gonna need
Fizzy didn't get any of his questions right. He didn't know anything. He didn't guess anything correct about
Correct.
his comic book character. But he had 2 people vote for him as the best one. Is that right?
Correct. And he got the first place in the voting, so he got 5 points.
Oh, I like this system you came up with.
So that brings us to Beth. She got alive deceased right for 1 point. She tied for second place in the voting, getting 3 points. And then Lily got the alive deceased question right for 1 point and got tied with Wookie for third in the voting for 1 point. So the score stands as thus Fizzy Brazen are tied for first with 5 points. Beth is in second with 4 points. And Wookie and Lily are tied with 2 points.
Pressure is on.
Does that make sense that now that we got all that out?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, it's
Not
really
for the
hard to
listeners,
like yeah. It's really hard to do this without being able to test it because I don't have like a test audience. So it sounds good on
Try
paper, then when
talking
you
to
do
your
it, it's
cats.
like yeah, they just say meow and it's like thanks. So there we have it. Now we're gonna each do a character on the spot. I need a water. Here we go. All right.
Oh, he wasn't joking. Wait, about the water thing?
What's that? What?
I said you were about the water.
Whoa, that all just went slow and sped up for me.
Yeah. Anyway. So, we'll use the same order. So you're each going to get a character for on the spot. I'm going to try and do the same thing. Just a quick little backstory, powers, what you think this person will have. And then the publisher, year he's created, living or deceased, and how many issues. Everyone kind of remember that from the last? Okay.
Yep.
So I'll start with Wookie.
Okay.
I'm sharing the picture. This is your on the spot dude.
Okay, opening up that chat window. Whoa.
Oh my.
Okay. Publisher looks like Marvel.
Hold on, let me get to
Create.
him. He is correct. He is a Marvel character.
X was kind of a giveaway, but so is the art style. I'm going to say that is a 64.
As in 1964.
Yeah.
Actually, his first appearance was in 2001.
Wow, that's some pretty bad art for 2001.
Yeah,
like,
he's not cute.
like the pole biter guy I got last time was drawn better. Much, much better. That should include me in, actually. They cut corners nowadays. Okay. And his name, I can't tell what he's doing there. So I don't know what his powers are. Dark Matter? Is that his name?
Are you gonna guess or try and make up something real quick on the spot? Whatever you guys want to do, I guess it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused. Last time I made up stuff and it didn't go so well. Now I'm just trying to guess. I'm going to guess his name is Dark Matter, and his powers are that his hands are like some sort of super collidey thing that he can just grab particles and matter right out of thin air and Hadouken them at people. And it's very hard on his mind because he's got those little... They look like somebody's throwing glass shards at his face, but I guess that's the flame. And he was not the first black person in the X-Men, so he's mad about that. Something happened to his left leg because there's a big chunk of it missing behind his broken, shriveled right leg, which means he's really got brain power because they usually have weaker bodies. So he pulled a Joe Swanson from Family Guy, and he's got really strong upper body strength, and just his legs can't even hold the weight of his muscles because he's just kind of, I don't know what he's doing. If he can stand up straight, he's walking in a tunnel or something.
Yeah, his leg is pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. So dark matter, the rubber leg. As far as now, that's his power, I guess. His backstory would be his power and his whole deal. His backstory was that. Let's do something different besides tragic childhood.
Oh, pardon me.
We're gonna say there's a high school football dude with a leather jacket and everything. He was riding on a motorcycle and he must have hit something and flew off and mangled his backbone, and now it takes half of his, huge brain power to be able to walk at all, and the other half, that's the stuff around his head, is just him not being in a wheelchair, and the other half is powering his Hadouken thing there. So he got mangled by that, and then Professor X brought him in just to be like a student teacher. Maybe not really expecting him to do things, maybe like a positivity, like a motivational
Keep him
speaker.
positive so he didn't go negative to the dark side or something.
Yeah, only he couldn't high five you, because they're like, high five, all right, kind of thing, because he'll like detonate your hand because of his Hadouken hands. His matter would just like hit you like the super collider, right? So you wouldn't have any hands anymore. So he couldn't high five anybody, and he was really sad. I'm gonna say he's probably still alive in the comics. Just because even if you were to be an enemy of his and kicking the shit out of him, I mean, he's making it work. He's basically got one leg, one good one, out of the two pieces of jello. So, I mean, you wouldn't do anything to that. You might, knock him out, get him to stop colliding you, because he might be trying to grab your ass and you're like, hey, I need those cheeks. Don't detonate them. Let's see. Yeah, so he's still alive. That was his backstory. It's tragic. He doesn't like you to help him up when his left half of his brain forgets how to walk. Yeah. What were the other categories? I forgot.
I think you got them all.
Okay.
How many issues do you think he appeared in the total in the Marvel universe?
I'm going to say it's fairly recent, so maybe 80? 83. 83.
Okay. Again, we'll have these pictures and everything on pjandthegang.com if you need to see them. It's definitely worth a look.
At least for his sweet goggles. I couldn't think of anything for those. Besides their safety goggles.
Okay, so you said Dark Matter, the rubber leg. You said Marvel, so you get 1 point for Marvel.
I don't get any points for Dark Matter or the rubber leg or the combination of the two.
Well, that's where the voting comes in. You said 1964, which was wrong. It was 2001, so no point there. You guessed alive. He actually is dead.
Oh my god. They killed the rubber leg? Oh man, or did he just nah, never mind. His body just quit out on him.
We'll get to, let's see, I'll read that real quick if it tells me.
You don't have to.
Well,
I'm sure we're all on the edge of our seat.
Let me read his whole thing and we'll get to that. So and then you said 83 issues total. Not too far away. He was in 150 total.
Jesus, that was going to be my guess, but it's like that's that's classic comic book character numbers there.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So let me this is his actual backstory. And there's a reason you got this guy. You'll see in a moment here. His name is Anarchist. Anarchist, this is from the website, one of the founding members of Ecstatics, which is an offshoot of X-Force, which sounds retarded. Not X-Force, Ecstatics. Discovered his abilities at a very young age. When he was very young, Anarchist was adopted by a white couple. Isn't that nice? When he was old enough, he began to question the difference in his parents' skin tones and would frequently try to wash himself clean, thinking he was constantly dirty. It was thus how Anarchist discovered his mutant ability. That's terrible.
It is.
That got greenlighted and put in a comic book?
Uh-huh.
Is that why did I get that?
Well, here's why. His actual power is his sweat turns acidic and can be used as an explosive substance.
What?
Wow. Did you? I can rust guitar strings over a very long period of time.
It's actually a lot quicker than normal. His death, let's see. His death was in Ecstatics number 26. Wow, that was a short run, and I wonder why.
Still 150 comics. That somebody had to say okay.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Tried to wash himself clean. I'm not the racist for writing that. He was just trying to find his purpose. Wow.
That's a long explanation of how he died. Let's see if I can get the actual...
Hit by a truck.
He got hit by a truck. He's gone. We don't care.
He was using his acid hands to self-rape and burnt right through his pelvis.
You weren't far off though with the power, aside from the sweat and whatnot. But
well, sweat was the cause of it. But he's got something going on with his hands there. What is his sweat doing with? Did he have somebody's head in his hands there?
It does,
because it looks like he's just with the perfect circles, bubbles kind of thing. It looks like he's like ripping dark matter out of something.
Yeah,
but if he's just melting something with his hands.
With the with this video of this episode and the last episode, I put two different drawings, so you may, if you watch it, you'll see different drawings of these guys. But that is a terrible drawing.
Thank you for that.
So remember that when you're voting.
Remember that when you're pointing, and then we already got votes. I got one vote for publisher. We'll get some pointing later.
1 point. Let me mark that down.
I really thought he'd be alive.
All right. So Brazen's up next.
Is it still weird sounding?
No.
Okay.
A little bit of reindeer.
It's just a connection thing where you kind of go robotic. It's fine.
Oh.
So here's your character for on the spot.
Should we be looking at this? This is not this kind of podcast.
No. I also
totally safe for work.
Is this the best picture you could get, PJ?
It is the best picture I could get. A lot of clues here. So go for it, Brazen.
You want me to start with his backstory?
However whatever makes sense for you.
Okay. Oh shit. What the fuck? All right.
Can I ask you if you read what is he saying in this?
It says, what a charm stroke of luck. That hobo set off all sorts of alarms.
Oh.
Looking into a basement window.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody that dresses like that is not going to say, what a charm stroke of luck.
Oh, that's a basement window. I thought he was like, oh, sorry.
There's a giant.
I thought that was like an entrance door, like a sliding entrance door to like a laboratory.
No.
Maybe it is.
Oh, yeah, you never know.
Open and
My
zoom
guess
in.
is a basement door.
It's a basement window. It's got hedges and things, yeah.
Okay. So, this is supervillain Dark Load, and he will go to houses in the dark of night and suck the essence out of their house, and that's what he's doing.
Stealing
with
their insulation. Sorry.
He will take. No, this is a new story. This is our value destroyer.
He will wreck your utility bill.
We'll raise your rates. So, Darkload, as a child, really enjoyed Big League Chew, and so he uses his. So, as a kid, he ate too much Big League Chew, and he choked on his Big League Chew, and so they brought him back to life with through supernatural things like Wolverine, and so they rebuilt him, and now he can go to basement windows, and he can reanimate his Big League Chew, and that'll go into buildings, and it'll strangle people and take all their stuff, and he just stands outside waiting to take in his big pink load from whatever they take. So
Pink load.
So they call him. Well, the reason they call him Darkload is because he's in a dark suit and he steals all your stuff and then he leaves with it. So he's a villain. And
instead of a cat burglar, he's a bubble burglar.
He's a bubble burglar. Yes, and he also works with a series of hobos and homeless people that will set off the alarms for them, and then he pays them to do bum fights in Big League Chew. So this is Darkload. Enjoy. He gets it all over your face.
When you said bum fights in Big League Chew, was that the bums are fighting in a pool of his body?
No.
Okay.
The Big League Chew just...
It's unchewed. He's just... There's... fighting in a tub of stick form Big League Chew.
Fuck. Alright.
What publisher do you think?
Boy, I only know two, so I'm going to go with DC.
Oh. It's clearly a Marvel.
I think I got that wrong last time.
What year do you think he was created?
Let's do 82.
Damn, you're fucking close. It was 83.
Oh my god!
First appearance in Obnoxio the Clown #1.
Wait, Noxio the Clown has his own comic book?
Obnoxio the Clown.
Jesus. I almost got the year twice.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That was crazy.
Oh, I should have went with 83 like I went with 73 last week. Anyway, can't win them all.
Do you think he's living or deceased?
I think he's living.
You get a point. He is alive.
Yeah.
You can't kill Bubblegum.
Can't kill the Darkload.
Oh.
And how many issues do you think he appeared in?
126.
He appears in one issue.
Whoa.
That's probably why he didn't die. He didn't have time.
Yeah. I should have known with that comic book name.
He's like Clayface. You could just morph into somebody else and they never saw him again.
What are my other options?
Alright, are you ready for his true identity?
Yes.
Well,
Please be Darkload.
it's not Darkload. It is... Are you ready? Ice cream. Because that is ice cream.
God. Get out of town. Ice cream.
Well,
He's not the clown?
He's not the clown.
Like, wouldn't that go hand in hand?
Yeah. His favorite catchphrase is "Have a ice day."
Oh my god.
So
It's like Mr. Freeze when Arnold Schwarzenegger did him.
yeah. So after seeing the
Horrible.
X-Men in action, the man known as Ice Cream, which is EYE-SCREAM, Ice Cream. Ice Cream became jealous of their gifts and felt useless. He planned out his scheme to destroy the X-Men, and after months of calculating and learning the inside the X-Men's mansion by heart, he was able to sneak in. Maybe that's their basement window. I don't know.
Maybe.
Unfortunately for him, Ice Cream chose the day of young Catherine Pride's birthday, which had Obnoxio the Clown visiting. What the fuck? For her entertainment. There's only one paragraph left. Not knowing this, Ice Cream continued with his plan and entered the Danger Room's control room during a training session. Setting the Danger Room's controls to kill the team, Ice Cream thought he would finally have his comeuppance. However, with the help of the clown, Professor Xavier was able to psychically lower the temperature of the Danger Room to below freezing. This froze poor Ice Cream solid in his form and was presumably hauled off to prison. After that, Ice Cream was never seen or heard from again, and no one knows if he lost his powers on M-Day.
Wow.
That is retarded.
Wow. Can't
They're
believe
really
someone was
grasping.
like,
So, Professor X needed Obnoxio, a random performing clown, to take this guy out. It's like, what the fuck?
And got him his own, like, spin-off comic book.
No.
He said Obnoxio the Clown, the first
that was
one, or-
is this probably just a one-shot story. He is not in any other comic at all. So Obnoxio the Clown must just have been like a one-shot birthday party story. What the fuck? So Brazen got a total of 1 point for that round.
thank God I got something.
That was painful.
He was as odd as Lad the Ass Eater or whatever. he
Matter
had.
Eater Lad.
Matter, yeah.
Lad ass eater?
Could think of what I knew. He had some weird name.
Eating all that lad ass.
Mm,
All right, Fizzy. Are you ready?
I suppose I am.
If you thought that one was weird.
What the hell?
why?
So
Interesting.
there is a main character in this picture. I'm not going to
That's-
tell you what it is.
That's not fair.
Well, there's a
Well-
reason. Fizzy has this.
Wookiee got the X-Man. Wonder which publisher that was. This is a DC comic.
You are correct.
Oh,
Nice.
which actually I kind of get from just the style. It's
Yep.
interesting.
I got that from the girl in the green.
Yeah.
That looks like a Superman background person.
Yeah.
I agree, don't you, Brazen?
I think it's Marvel.
I don't even read comics. I was like, that's a Superman.
Sorry, my image viewer fucked up. So, PJ, I just wanted some clarification here. Who am I focusing on? The purple jacket man?
No.
Is it the smoke
Nope.
coming from that fire?
I'll give you one more guess, and if you don't get it, I'll tell you. So it's not a
Okay.
person. It's not the purple jacket person. It's not the smoke.
You say it's not?
It's not.
Okay, I'm zooming way in here. Who do we have?
It's nothing tiny or minuscule either.
Am I alone? Wookiee, like, are you also curious?
I am kind of confused, yeah.
Okay.
Just take one more guess. If you don't get it, I'll tell you.
All right, now I'm looking. So we've got people in the foreground. We got the lady in green. We got the man in the suit. Looks like there's a guy that fell down, and there's something on the ground. We've got dead person on the right. We've got person being shot through the back. We've got this Joker-looking guy.
He's the
Right.
one who looks like he's running the show.
There's some smoke bullshit. There's nobody standing on the rooftop. There's some birds flying around.
You've named everything but the character.
That is so insane. The guy is saying the word normalcy. Is that the character? It's Batman, 1932.
Hold on.
I'm just kidding.
Are you done guessing?
Yeah.
It is The Street.
I just
Get the
texted
fuck
that to
outta
PJ.
here.
Is it the army store? Like a living city block. I literally just texted that to PJ.
The street character.
Yep, going from there, do your thing, and then we'll follow up with what actually happens or what it is.
That's amazing.
Good luck.
I got a second. Oh.
Remember, it's DC. Anything can happen. Of course, we just saw Ice Cream Man, so
Street, yeah. Ice Cream Man. The Street.
Wookie.
You can't believe you got that, Wookie.
I was either the whole city block, but that Army Navy store looks suspiciously like crinkling, like it's trying to fall over and land on those people. But wow,
Just to be, and maybe it's better. And you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, if it gives anything away. But is it like the street they're standing on, or is it like the street and all the buildings and everything?
city block.
Okay.
I was asking. Yeah, is it the city block or is it the actual little road?
Right.
and
It is
concrete
The
there?
Street.
The street, the actual ground they're standing on. All right. This is actually Smallville, the town where Superman is from. This is Main Street in Smallville. And for 200 years, this was just a normal street, and this is where people would come to sell their corn, have a, buy some new shoes, get some new overalls, and one day, from outer space came this rocket ship crashing through the atmosphere, landing in a field farmed by John and Martha.
What the fuck?
How do you know that name? Who else is named Martha?
Wookie's still background guessing shit.
Sorry, I didn't want to ruin anything. I stopped the explanations.
So when that ship crashed, it changed more than the fate of the world. It changed Smallville itself. And this Main Street changed from an ordinary everyday street to a sentient, self-aware being powered by the rocket fuel that spilled from the crashing ship onto Main Street. The whole tragedy of it all is that the street is trapped in its own body, unable to do anything to stop dogs from peeing on it.
Keep in mind, we got 2 people left to go, and we gotta keep under an
So really, this is a tragic story of a paralyzed hero trapped in its own body. And in this scene, you see it culminating in a shootout. The street's unable to do anything to stop it. So that's his backstory. The street is called. The name is Voyeur. Captain Voyeur. And the year, I'm going to say 1942, and maybe I'll am I right with that? 1942?
It was created in 1990.
Okay.
Wow, that
Oh,
definitely
shit.
has some history look to it.
Is the street alive or dead? The street cannot be killed. The street is alive.
You got a point for that one. He's still alive.
Nice.
Did I miss any questions?
How many issues do you think this guy pops up in?
Oh my god. We had one already. One issue. So it could be anywhere from one. So 1990 something? Is that right?
That was his the
Created.
creator was created in 1990.
Ooh, so it's been almost 30 years. 30 years. How many issues has the street appeared in? 24.
It was actually 63 issues.
Holy shit.
How?
Are you ready to get the lowdown?
Yes.
The character is Danny the Street. First appearance, Doom Patrol number 35 down Paradise Way in 1990. Bumping up the weird factor to a level of about 11, Danny the Street is a thinking piece of pavement, like an actual roadway with thoughts. The character, created by Kooky Comics creator Grant Morrison, is a play on the legendary drag performer of Danny LaRoe. The character can integrate himself into the geography of any city without people noticing, and speaks via window signs of shops. That line is body. Danny isn't just an odd locale in the DC universe, but an actual superhero of sorts, being a full-fledged member of the Teen Titans and possessing powers such as teleportation. Oh, just that one, I guess. Oh, did we mention he was a transvestite? We can't even imagine how that works.
Wow.
Oh.
He apparently warps himself in the different universes DC has, and I don't know. Remember how that GoBot or that Transformer that turned himself into a building was awesome? This is pretty much that great.
Here, let me be your base.
Danny the Street. Wow.
So Wookiee's little injection, his last behind the scenes, Superman's placenta was in the spaceship he sent. And the Kryptonian stem cells brought the street to life and is reacting to the overall decline in morals throughout society. The purple jacket guy robbed the other people in the street. He ain't having it. Guys are weird. So you got 2 points though.
Nice.
Okay.
So that's good. That's good. I have to cut some stuff out to get this under an hour. So next is Beth.
Oh shit.
And we close this, open this.
Talk us through it.
Middle. Don't have my hand in my pants.
Slip my balls, slipping the balls.
Avoid the zipper.
This is your on-the-spot character.
Well, okay. So I'm going to start out with the logistics first, and then I'll hopefully come up with something. I'm going to say the publisher is DC.
That's too bad. It was Marvel.
Yeah.
I
The year created 1952.
Let me look. I didn't write it down. So
Uh-oh.
Let's just say it's wrong. Move on.
No,
Did you say 1952?
I did.
It was 1977.
Oh, okay.
Not that far apart on the cosmic
Nope.
scale.
So we got in the universe of comics. It's dead. This thing is dead.
It's dead. You get a point. He did die. X Factor
Nice.
number 26.
Spoiler, I'm on X Factor 20.
And you didn't notice Anarchist and his sweat? Sorry.
So I got anything else then? Any other questions I need to
How
answer?
many issues?
How many issues?
For no points, just for fun.
Okay. Well then, unless I get it right, 65.
Oh, it's double that, almost 126.
Okay, so this is laser-eyed baby boy. He has not. He is not grown past the age of 2.5. Unfortunately, where he lives, his face was burned off in a nuclear accident, leaving him with the abilities to see miles down the road. His only
Miles down the street. Danny the street.
He's a cab driver on Danny the Street.
He is. He is. So his lasers are, he can see with his eyes, but they're also his weapons. He can cut through things. They're laser beams, so they can do everything a laser can do, which is basically cut through steel. And so that's pretty much all he does. His backstory is, like I said, he was, and the planet he was born in, there was a nuclear accident burning off his face and leaving him with the ability to have laser beams for eyes.
Looks like he has plungers for eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was pool cubes,
Right.
like jamming pool balls, like the cue
Yes.
ball into his face.
Yep. Then what would be the purpose of that? I don't know.
You can clean your toilet.
He sure can. And see how his hands are covered up too. Like he has a special latex glove on. Because, just for
Baby
that-
boy the janitor.
Baby boy the janitor. Laser-eyed baby boy.
Janitor, lover,
Like I said,
husband.
he never progressed back 2 years old, so he doesn't have much of a vocabulary. He just they just bring him in. They just wheel him in when they need something, cut with eyes or to see down the road.
Mhm.
You sure they just didn't shove his head in a microwave for
I mean,
fun?
Looks like a hot
think
dog.
about it. Yeah, that's how I make my hot dogs.
So they wheel him in if they need to see down a road?
If they need to see down the road.
They pinpoint Dan
No.
walks away.
The stories that I've heard that are real on the comics from the last 4 that I've heard, it's about as good as the real ones. So
Yeah.
that's all
pretty
she
much.
wrote.
Well,
What is plus? Well, let's hear the real story.
his actual name is Peepers.
Peepers.
Even more comic booky than you would think.
Peepers is an old enemy of the X-Men and Captain America. Peepers was a member of various villainous groups. His mutant powers survived M-Day, and he joined the 198. However, he was later killed by Predator X during Messiah Complex. Peter Quinn was his real name. He was recruited by Magneto to be part of his new Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. He took the name Peeper and joined. They don't really say what his powers are.
You can look down a flippin' road.
See down shirts.
There you go.
He has 3 powers: Blast Power, Heat Vision, and Super Sight. You weren't far off.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, peepers. Miss that guy.
I think that guy was looking at my windows last year about this time.
That was PJ.
That was
That
Creepers.
was-
That wasn't
Mm.
Peepers.
Creepers.
Huh. Well, we have one left. Lily still had a bad cough, so she couldn't join. But she did, for better or worse, on the spot one.
Did you time her? Did you time her response?
She
Just
got it
kidding.
back within 5 minutes, so let's
All
buckle
right.
up.
Okay.
Oh, God.
This is the picture.
Oh,
Wow.
hemorrhoids
Lord.
coming out of his shoulder.
Is that an anus?
Anus arm, man.
Genital warts armed.
Oh, yeah. STD, man. Every body part is a symptom of an STD.
His name is Condom Fister, and how is he going to fist himself unless he pops his arm off?
Ugh.
Well, this is what Lily had to say. His name is Spoon Man, and he's really awesome at spooning because the arm he takes off isn't in the way.
Nice.
His superpowers, quotes, getting all the ladies. He wears pink to show his feminine side. His arms are bumped for their pleasure.
Oh.
As he leans in towards the plus-size girl, whispers softly in her ear, quotes, pulls his arms off, plorp, Netflix and chill, question mark? Panties drop, panties plorp, plorp. That's all she said. So she guessed, let's see here. Spoonman Marvel, which, just making sure, I think he was Marvel. Forgot to write that down for him. Sorry. DC, no point. Oh, that's too bad. Year he was created, 1976.
The 94.
He's actually created in... I don't have this shit written down. First appearance, 1989, so no point for that. Close. She guessed he is totally dead. He is actually alive. So for that.
Spooning plus-size girls to this day.
How many issues do they appear in? She had a typo, so I have no idea. But that's not worth any points anyway.
Was it like R?
No, it was like a sentence, but I don't remember what she was referring to. R. So his actual name, Arm Fall Off Boy.
Wow.
I am
Arm
serious.
Fall Off Boy.
Yeah.
I thought Matter Eater Lad was dumb.
Yeah. So, in what could be taken as an extreme case of making lemons out of lemonade, Floyd Belkin, a resident of planet Lalore, has the ability to detach his limbs with a quick pop. The character decides to use his body part shredding abilities for good, and repurposes his appendages as blunt weapons to fight crime. That is retarded. His powers, get this, unarmed combat. Fuck. Fucking DC. So she got no extra points that round. That's sad.
Unarmed combat. Classic.
So I'm going to share with you guys the link to the voting in chat here. You can vote for your favorite. So 5 points for first place voting, 3 points for second, and then 1 point for third. There's 4 of you.
Let's see, we've got Anarchist, Ice Cream, Danny the Street, Peepers, and Arm Fall Off Boy.
Sounds like... Is that where Fall Out Boy got their name? It's like an homage.
They're just as terrible as that character. In my opinion. That's my opinion.
I thought it was from the Fallout game with the Fallout Boy stuff.
Alright. Who do we think was best?
Let me know when you're done so I can score.
This will determine the
I'm
winner.
Done.
Alright. I have completed my survey.
Did you vote, Wookie? Yep, all 4.
I just voted. Stop rushing me! I did not vote for myself.
Are you fucking kidding me? We have a 4-way tie.
Wow.
Wookie got a vote, Brazen got a vote, Beth got a vote, and Lily got a vote. Poor Fizzy.
No
So,
love for
Nobody
boy.
voted for Fizzy this time?
So you guys
He had
all
the-
get 5 points, Fizzy gets 0 for that.
Oh, no.
Holy
Whoa.
shit. I thought everyone was going to vote for Fizzy.
That's-
I did too, otherwise I would have voted for myself.
Damn it.
Shit.
Oh.
Wow.
Fizzy, were you in the lead
Hey,
too?
you know what?
He was.
You know, here's my.
Here's his
my. Lily's not here to vote.
Yes.
Yeah, she's at a
correct.
handicap. She's still beating you.
Yeah, but she might vote.
She might have voted for him.
Well, I can't help that.
I think
I don't think that Lily's vote should count.
throwing this
Fizzy?
whole game.
That
Give it to me. Lily lost.
how hurt?
Did her vote get counted last week?
No, she didn't. Yeah, what did she do? Did she vote last week, Jeremy?
No,
So
Then
what
it
does it
shouldn't
matter?
matter. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
it doesn't matter.
Mm.
There's 4 of you voting for 5 people. If it makes you feel any better, Fizzy, you didn't get last place. Okay?
Okay.
He's like, fine, I'm good then.
All right.
So the results are in. We have a clear winner, which was Brazen with a total of 11 points.
Damn.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yes, in
Second.
that comic last week.
Saved you. So you'll get a
Yeah.
$25 Amazon gift card.
Wow.
Yeah.
Second place goes to Beth with
Wow.
10 points.
All right.
You get a
So it
special
did
gift
save
card
me.
from PJ. It did save you.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Well, did anybody else get a special gift from PJ?
No, that's
Or-
second
I don't want
place.
to know.
Oh.
What's the special gift?
It's a secret.
Dark load. I mean,
Dark Load eye job from Matter Seer Boy or whatever people say his name.
So third place
beepers.
with a strong 8 points, which is ocho in Spanish, is Wookiee.
Ooh.
Right.
And in fourth place is a tie between Fizzy and Lily, which is last place, so you both lost.
Oh,
Said he wasn't in last place.
He didn't get last. There's 2 of them.
Well,
They both got last.
You should have said that you didn't get last by yourself.
No.
You lied to the man.
you gotta be present to win, and if you're absent, you lose. You're the you. You know
I'll
what I
let
mean?
you and Lily work that out. The last place, you guys, however you work it out, it's got to come up with the next game we play within
I
a
got
month.
I got it. I get this one.
you were said that you were going to throw the game on purpose anyways. This was just part of your master plan, so it's fine.
Mhm. You already had a game made up.
Mhm.
No, I don't.
Sounds like you got some work to do.
I honestly think pretty much everyone's story was better than what the actual stories were for each character. It's kind of sad.
Oh my
Because
Or
they
at
got
least
paid
just as
for it.
bad.
god,
And
my
we
long chat.
But was Danny the Street actually talking through the Army Navy sign?
Yes.
That's something, man.
Who writes this shit? Paid for it.
It's really something.
Well, that was fun, guys.
That was pretty fun.
You guys are very creative.
Fucking Smallville and shit.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
I totally thought you were going to get at least 2 votes.
It's okay. Everybody was good. I got the one that was not even a person in a costume or anything. It was
That was a tough one.
It was.
laser baby boy, laser eye baby boy.
Yeah, that was bad. What was weird was, though, everybody else's, when it came up on the screen, I was like, oh, when I had an idea for everybody else's, and then mine popped up on the screen, I'm like, fuck. I don't know.
That happens.
Mm-hmm.
Pressure.
Brazen's picture is giving me like deja vu because I swear to God I've had the conversation about is that whatever that is doesn't look like ice cream in a comic book. Like,
Looks like bubblegum.
yeah, it like totally looks like seaweed bubblegum.
Just nuts and bubblegum.
But yeah, it was just sort of like that. I saw that and I was like, holy shit, have I seen this somewhere?
Yes.
Has this already happened?
Oh, what's that?
That's just the
That's the
voting.
voting.
Proof.
Oh, proof of the. There
want
you
that
go.
I don't question
I know.
that.
What do you question at all? Mm-hmm.
Matrix.
You can check everything we talk about out on pjandthegang.com. You can also catch us on podcastradionetwork.net, Monday nights, 8 p.m., 7 Central.
Go listen to it
matters.
with your eyeballs.
Should probably do the ending and say, thanks for listening, and that's our mama.
That pile of ice cream. That's your mama. Rocky Road.
Rocky Load.
Oh. Gravel bomb.
All right.
Acid stones.
An hour and 2 minutes. Not bad.
Right.
Not bad.
Right.
We'll squeeze it in.
That's what she said.
All right, I've got to go, but I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Bye bye. See you
See you
Bye.
later, guys.
guys.
All right.